few weeks ago, I picked up 5 Super Nintendo games for £2,350. In this video, we will be going through these games in more detail. But just before that, I'd like to go through some local CEX pickups. Back to the chair. In total, we have 14 games that I've picked up from a local CEX in Sutton Coldfield. But I do think there are 2 games closer to the end which I picked up from Solihull quite a few weeks ago, but I haven't shown anyone as of today. So we'll start off with the first game, and that is a PSP game, and it is Ford Street Racing LA Duel. And this is boxed and complete. And if you want to know what the back looks like. So that's the first game, and that was £3.50. We have 2 original Xbox games. The first one was £4, and it is Legends of Wrestling Showdown. That's the cover. And the back is like that. And that is also complete, and the disc is in pretty much nearly mint condition. I think it's just literally 2 very minor marks on the disc. Second Xbox game is Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks, and that was £15. And once again, that is also boxed and complete. Next we have, just move these out the way, next we have 4 PlayStation 2 games. First one is Metal Slug 3, and that was £8, boxed and complete. And I'm pretty sure I own this on other consoles, but I wanted to have it on the PlayStation 2 as well. Second PlayStation 2 game is Run Like Hell. That was also £6, and it's complete. Next game was £5, and that's Gauntlet 7 Sorrows. And I must say, all of these PS2 games that were picked up were in really nice condition. In fact, I can see that Metal Slug 3 and Gauntlet was sold by the same person, the names on the front. And the final PlayStation 2 game, and I've been told by Retro Ghetto's Discord members that they were surprised that this game is so cheap in comparison to the alternatives on the GameCube and original Xbox. And that game is SeaWorld, Seamus's Deep Sea Adventures. And this was only £2.50, and on the GameCube it's a lot more than £2.50. I don't know the exact price, but it's a lot more. I did look at a review into this game, and I heard it wasn't meant to be very good. We have 3 Wii games, and sticking on the theme of water, first one is Endless Ocean on the Wii, and that was £2.50, and it's complete. And the second Wii game is Endless Ocean 2. Now, I've seen Endless Ocean quite a few times in different CEX stores, never picked it up, but because I saw the second one, I thought I might as well pick up the first one now, and that was £18, and it is boxed and complete. And sorry, just got interrupted, someone was at the door. So I think we went through Endless Ocean 2, and the final game on the Wii was £18, just like Endless Ocean 2, and that was Kirby's Epic Yarn. And all of these Wii games are in amazing condition, especially the manuals and the discs. Now, I've been looking for this for quite a while, so I was quite pleased to see that they had this at my local CEX. Okay, moving on to PlayStation 1 games. So we have 4 in total, and most of these games were quite expensive. Now, 2 of these games I picked up in the same visit as most of the games I've just shown you earlier. And the first one is Future Cop. So it looks like at the back, and is boxed and complete. There is a crack on the case, but the disc has very minor wear to it. But the case can always be changed. Now, I can't remember the prices for these the next two games I'm going to show you, but I do have a rough estimation. The second game is Omega Boost, and this is also boxed and complete with the disc in really good condition as well. Now, the reason why these games don't have the prices on them, they've got this one doesn't even have a sticker on the back. This one does have the CEX sticker at the back, but with no price. Now, the reason why I'm pretty sure the prices are not on them is because when I went to my local CEX, I saw that they had these games in stock online. However, they weren't on display, so I had to ask behind the counter, can I have a look at these specific games? And then only then did they get them out and show me those games, which is surprising considering that these are relatively heavy hitters. I think they're around 50, maybe £60 each. I was surprised that they didn't have them in their glass cabinets. And the final two PlayStation 1 games, this one, I'm pretty sure I picked these two at CEX in Solihull quite a few weeks ago, but I just completely forgot about them, and I've just found them again in my games recently. And the first one is Legend of Cartier. Now, it's an Atlas game. It's the Atlas label just behind the sticker, but it's published by Konami, and this is in really nice condition. The manual's really thick, so the manual is in really nice condition, hardly any wear to it whatsoever, and the disc is in mint condition. Now, from what I understand, this is a RPG, a tactical RPG. I've had a quick look at some gameplay of this, and it does look pretty nice. It reminded me a little bit of Final Fantasy Tactics, but I'm not too sure how it plays in comparison to Final Fantasy Tactics. But I like the artwork, I like the style of the game in general. So that was Legend of Cartier, that was £42. And the final PlayStation 1 game was £68, and I'm sure this was from the same pickups from where I got Legend of Cartier from, and that game is Super Pang Collection. Super Pang Collection, Capcom game. I think they have Super Pang on the Super Nintendo, don't they? If this is a collection, I'm not too sure if it... Okay, yeah, so I'll go through that in a minute. But manual's there, it's in okay condition. There's quite a few creases, I don't know if you can see in the light, to the manual, but it's a very thick manual. And the disc is in... you can tell it's been resurfaced, but it is really nice, and I'm sure there will be no issues with that disc whatsoever. Now, just looking at the back, it's got four games in total. So it's got, well, it says Pang 3. I'm not too sure if it might be 3 games in total. So it's got 2 pictures of Pang 3, 1 picture of Super Pang, and 1 picture of Poppin' World. Now, I'm not too sure whether they are actually different games or whether they are different types of styles within one game. So for the viewers, perhaps you know a little bit more about this game, and when it says collection, is it multiple games in one, or is it just one game that has different variety of options of how to play the game? So this is what it looks like at the back. So yeah, please do let me know. Once again, that was £68, and that was a game published by Capcom. Moving on to the 5 Super Nintendo games that I picked up, which I mentioned at the start of the video. So to give some context, these 5 games were purchased from the Vintage Gamer, and Nick, the owner, who really did sort me out with a deal with these 5 games. So in total, the games have a sticker price of £2,800, and because I was there and I purchased all 5, Nick managed to sort me out with a deal of £2,350 for all of these games. In terms of the shop itself, I thought it was amazing. They had a massive variety of games. I was very impressed with the diversity in all the games they had, and they had so many that it was actually overwhelming at the beginning. I'd seen that a few YouTubers, especially Retro Ghetto, had posted a few clips of the shop, and I've seen that in other gaming markets. He's posted some videos of the games that the Vintage Gamer has in stock, and it's one of the key reasons why I actually went down there. And it's I think I haven't ever been to a retro gaming dedicated store in over 10 years. I've been to game stores, but I've never been to one which is focused on retro gaming. So I was very pleased that I went down there and got these 5 games in the end. So the first game, it has a sticker price of £150, and that game is ActRaiser. Now it's a, what is it? It's a 1992. Yeah, it's a 1992 game by Enix. And from what I understand, there are 2 types of gameplay. One more for simulation, one action-based. I can read the back for you. So it's action and simulation game. This sensational game combines pulse-stopping action sequences with an intelligent simulation mode, allowing the player to forge a new civilization. Finally, experience a game that utilizes the advanced capabilities of the Super Nintendo. Now, I'd say the box is in better than average condition. I would say it's about a 6 out of 10. We can open up and show you inside. Start off with the manual. So the manual is actually in really nice condition, hardly any bend to it, so it's in really nice condition. I love the red boxes for the Super Nintendo. Now the cartridge, the label is actually really nice, because I've checked these games already. The label is really nice. However, there is slight yellowing to the side of the cartridge on this side, if you can see. I don't know if you can pick that up in the video. So there is some yellowing to the cartridge. And I wasn't entirely sure if I owned this game, because my Super Nintendo collection wasn't fully up to date in the app that I use. I use GameEye to keep a track of my games. But I was pleased to come home and I actually didn't own this game, and the game that I was getting confused was ActRaiser 2. So I have ActRaiser 2, but I didn't have ActRaiser 1. And from my understanding, I may be wrong, ActRaiser 2 plays very differently compared to the first one. I think they made quite a few changes to the game, and the 2 types of gameplay that was offered in the first game. But I may be wrong, so please correct me if I am wrong. Now the second game, and the box is in, I'd say, really nice condition. I'd give this one a good 7 out of 10. And this had a sticker price on it for £400. And that game is The Adventures of Batman and Robin. So I don't know if you can tell by the video, but the box is in really nice condition. Now, I didn't actually realise they had this in stock at the Vintage Gamer, so I was pleasantly surprised when I got there. In terms of the back, I don't know if you can see the pictures of what the game looks like, but I really do like the style of this game, because it reminds me of the old cartoons that used to be on TV in the 90s. Once again, the manual is in nice condition. It's all in colour as well. And the cartridge, to me, it seems like it's almost in new condition. It's in real nice condition. So this is the cartridge, there's the label. And that's the back. There's no yellowing compared to the first one. I used to play Batman on the NES console. Can't remember what it's exactly called. I used to love that game, and I also like the fighting Batman on the Super Nintendo as well. The one in the black box. Can't remember the exact name of that one. But I almost have. I'll sort this out later. I don't want to get any creases to the manual while rushing putting it in the box. So yeah, that had a sticker price of £400. The next game had a sticker price of £550, and normally this game sells for a lot more than that price if it's in good condition. So the condition of this game is definitely reflected in the price, and that game is Hagane. Now you can see there that where it's been damaged at the front, at the top there, and also at the bottom. But the box itself is very sturdy. It's not weak or flimsy. So other than that, the back is in really nice condition. It's just the front which you can see mainly. So yeah, this was £550. I haven't never played Hagane, not even on any emulation. And from what I can see, that it's considered one of the hardest Super Nintendo games out there. Now, this is another reason why the game was sticker priced at £550. The manual is not in the best condition. It's not in the best condition. But the cartridge, I can't see any yellowing, but the cartridge is in nice condition. Nice label. Can't really see any real minor degree of yellowing on the back. Now, this is an action game, and like I said, it's been considered one of the hardest Super Nintendo games, so I was very pleased to also get this in my collection. Now, preferably, I prefer a better copy, a minter copy than this. This is nowhere near mint, but I didn't really want to pay something like £900 for one game. I saw, I think a few days ago, I would say a condition of this game in a lot worse condition, the box, sold on eBay for I think around £400 just a day or two ago. So I'd rather have that one and pay the little bit more than £400 for that version of the game. The next game had a sticker price of £800, which I think was overpriced. But the reason why it had a sticker price of £800 is purely because of the condition, and that game is Spawn. Now, I don't know if you can see how nice this condition is for this box, but it's in real, for the age, really nice condition. And this game came out, I can't see, there's a sticker on the back actually. I don't know if you can see the barcode sticker, which someone's put on afterwards, which I'll have to take off. It was a sticker by GameSwap, so I'll have to see how I can get that off. Not too sure what year this came out in, and I'm not too sure whether this game is actually really good or not so good, but I do know that it is very rare. Inside, so yeah, the manual is, almost dropped it then, the manual is in pristine condition. I can't see a real single crease to it. In the back, it's like that. Yeah, it's in really nice condition. Let's go look at the cartridge. Can't see any real signs of any wear to the label. So the cartridge looks really nice to me, and no obvious signs of yellowing on the back. I haven't actually checked up any gameplay for Spawn, so let me know what type of game it is. I assume it's an action game. Let's just see the pictures of the back again. Let's see if I can work it out. Yeah, it seems like an action type of game. The pictures are quite blurry, not the best pictures for an original box out there. So I'll put this out of the way. And just to note, the majority, nearly all of these games, I've seen ActRaiser in the past in real life, but the other 4 games which I'm going through, I've never actually physically seen them in person. Now the next game, I would say the condition of the box is brilliant, but the issue is what's inside from what I remember. Now this game had a sticker price of £900, and I would say it's considered one of the rarest, for myself, I would say it's one of the, not the most, but I'd say it's definitely probably in the top 5 or rare games on the PAL on the Super Nintendo, and that is Wild Guns. Wild Guns. So you can see that the box, it's in really nice condition. Really nice condition. Just open it carefully. So yeah, this is what I remembered. So the manual is not in the best condition. There's quite a few creases there, and there's quite a few creases on the back. See, the back is drastically worse than the front, which is why I think this game had the sticker price of £900. The box is good, but the manual's not so good. And I've seen this game can sell up to some ridiculous amounts, like £1,400, £500 I've seen in the past. But the cartridge is actually in really nice condition. So the cartridge is in really nice condition. And I think this is you need the gun to play this, I believe. Let me know if I'm wrong, or we can just use the normal control pad, but I doubt it. But yeah, this is the back where you can see the pictures. I haven't ever played this, not even on emulation, so I'll see if I can hook it up, and if I need to get a gun out and plug it onto the CRT, then that will be fine. So those were the 5 games in total, and just to remind you, these games were all purchased from the Vintage Gamer, and I paid £2,350, and I'm extremely happy to have these games in my collection. It's one of those things that these games are only, in my opinion, going to get more and more expensive. I know people have predicted that the gaming market, or the retro gaming market, may crash, but I've never really seen it crash. I've seen it dip, but I've never seen it crash. So I'm just pleased that I've got these heavy hitters in my collection at this stage. I'm really focusing on Super Nintendo and N64 and PS1. I know that's a lot, but Super Nintendo is my priority. I have around 110, 20, maybe even 30 games, 130 games in my collection. Haven't actually added them all up. And I'm trying to get as many games as possible in the next few years. Unlike Retro Ghetto, I don't think I'll ever have a complete Super Nintendo collection, because there are games out there which I'll find impossible, almost impossible to find, and it's simply too expensive to purchase. And there's games out there which I don't want. So I wouldn't say I'm going for the full Super Nintendo set, but I'm certainly getting the heavy hitters, most of the heavy hitters for the Super Nintendo going forward. Now I understand I've posted 2 videos, though this is the second video this week. Next video I'm trying to get done, or finalised by the weekend, and that will primarily focus on eBay online purchases. I've got a massive stock of games which I've purchased over the last month or 2, which I still haven't even opened. So that video will be focused on opening these boxes, and I probably have about 20 boxes to get through. And in the boxes, they are either N64 or Super Nintendo games. So the next video is primarily will just focus on N64 and Super Nintendo. Please, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. Comment on anything, on any of the games. What games do you own? Which games have you played? What's the maximum you'd pay for a game? You probably think I'm insane for paying £2,350, but that was a big chunk of my budget over the last few months, which I've saved up for retro gaming. But yeah, as I mentioned, if you liked the video, give it a like. Please, if you want to subscribe, and I'll catch you soon.